Hello, everybody. Um, Thank you. I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you. This is a special to Crow Girl. Crow Girl, that's what I bought for my birthday gift for it, for this. All right. So I want to say thank you. And everyone else that they donate so much money. I have the names I have somewhere, but I did purchase a brand new computer and I installed everything, and I got these shiny lights right now here. So that way that the things can be better for all of us. Hopefully, tomorrow I'm going to be working on get and recording the chat as a video, but to have the captions on, so the people who don't speak English, they can be able to have the captions on whatever language they were feel like it from with. Um, I know today's been a crazy energies, and then, they're crazy. I got so angry at some point for it, trying to manage the time, kind of like I feel like no time. I don't know what was that all about. It is like the time, like a pressure, no time, no time, no situations, and so on and so on. As at some point I blew off for it. I'm like, what is that all about? Even right now, I'm like, all right, you need to stop with the hurry up and to be for it. You're gonna be late for the live chat, but that it's okay. The world's not gonna end. Keep your cool and the inner peace for it. Energies are intense. They are. They are. It's this pressure within the air, and I can't even describe. I spoke with some other people, and they feel this same pressure. Something wasn't done. Something wasn't complete. Something is shifting. Something has to move forward. Something it is about like has to happen. And I don't know what this pressure is. I'm still looking at it. I just got my computer back up a little bit. But the today topic was how the unawakened can drag us down from our divine path. And that was suggested by Nick, Alchemy of Balance, for yesterday. You need to understand that Nick is someone who really understands energy works, understand the divine, understand a lot of from with. And that question is coming in the right time because we are going through transformations. We are going to understand this. We talked about with him before on similar matters, and this question actually is coming right on time. So also I want to announce it that tomorrow, right about this time tomorrow at 6 p.m., I'm going to begin between 6 till almost 9 p.m. That's going to be 3 hours, or maybe from 5 till 8, maybe, or 5 till 9. I'm gonna do the workshop. I'm gonna be talking to you about the twin flames and situations and things like that. It's gonna be an open for it. I do that for my birthday present to me. So that's what I wanted to do. All this to be ready for tomorrow. And I'm happy that it's. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to the universe that this actually it's possible and it's happening, and for and so forth. So now I want to recognize the people who are coming to the chat: Josh, Margaret, Salma, Crystal, Lori, Lorian, 20, and Erica. Thank you guys for coming to the chat. A lot of the things that we don't really understand that happens for it. That is it. The things that soul is soul. But what actually is what we learn during the lifetime. That once we become awakened, we are looking for it. But unawakened person can't really track it down. That is it about when the person does not understand how do we begin to operate from it. in. The unawakened person can be focused more within the material world. They can be focused more of what it needs to be done for them. They're going to tell us, come on, stop with this, go do such and such things, go in doing in the things from within. They don't understand the spirituality. Some of the twin flames, actually, when you talk to them about the spirituality, you talk to them about God, for example, uh, they're gonna say, come on, stop with these things, or stop with these God things, stop with these spirituality things, stop with all those, and so on and so on. But what is that does is also the unawakened person, they can get a lower vibrations from with them. They can get in the lower vibes. They can be because of uh, I mean, they can be about jealousy. They can be about that they want to do all these things. They're going to be creative and all that, that they can have what you have, or so on and so on. And there can be these positions of entitlement over you. The entitlement over you, they are like, think like you're their possession, and they can drag you down into the spiritual world, and drag you down out from the spiritual world and your spirituality from within. Those are a lot of pitfalls, a lot of downfalls. You might pay attention then in the last maybe a year or so. There was a lot of talks about toxic relationships, toxic personalities, toxic personal disorders, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, they coming out on the surface. Why did they coming out of the surface though? It is about to understand that the soul connection is a soul connection, but brings what we have from within, that we provided within the energy for. And that's what in the soul connections and soulmates or twin flames, divine partnership, whatever you are from within, you are going to get this. Hi, Samantha. Thank you for coming in. You can get all these low vibrations, and if you go back into this material world, then you are looking something that you cannot continue evolving. That can lead you to a lot of conflicts. That can brings you a lot of down, and so on and so on. They can probably put you on these positions of situations. I hear so many stories within this. My ex-husband or my husband or my wife, when they awaken, they don't understand all this. I try to explain them what the twin flames is, and they don't get it. They're not going to get it. The reason is they're not going to get it, it is because they are not awakened. You need to be more compassionate with unawakened people. The unawakened people, they don't understand what you got to awaken yourself for. Sometimes the unawakened people can really aggravate you or push your buttons and so on and so on. But it is what it is for. A lot of the time, this unawakening can create a lot of problems with the family that you create. Maybe the kids won't understand you, maybe the ex-partners, or maybe friends or acquaintances, and so on and so on. Because once you awakened, you become different. They don't like this different. They like the old versions out of you. And those unawakened people, acquaintances and so on, or co-workers and so on, they will bring you down. They want the old versions of you. They want this old version of situations from within you. They want all this old stuff inside of you uh, for. So Nick, Alchemy of Balance, he also has been going through some of the situations within this, and you need to understand that we're trying to awaken the other people. We're trying to uh, get them into situations from within them. We are trying to get to them to coach them, teach them, inspire them, show them the roads, and so on and so on. But you can teach them. You can have them to fly. You can have them to be with you, and so on and so on. But it's their job if they're gonna be making this permanent, or they can go back into their old ways. And that's what the journey sucks in here, because some of you feel this energy, but have this energy and so on, but then it drags you down. For We're talking about when you have a soulmates connections, or you're in a twin flames journey, or a divine partnership. In here, it is like the one person is not in full engage with in this. They're halfway, or they're like 50-50, or they are for some reason they are prevented this not to happen from within them. They have something they hold on, maybe the part of their personality from within them, or that could be all the reasons we know. I mean, the reasons that we know, this could be a culture base, this could be a religion base, this could be a social norms. This could be acquaintances, friends that influence over them. This could be a parents that influence over them. And that's what the twin flames, even Petya and Andre, they say so many times. You have to get out of that. If you want to be fully awakened, you have to remove the self from within. Even today, I make the post about you are the key maker. You're making the key. Okay. So don't expect in your old self that holds a key that was made by the old self, you to go ahead and open a door for your new self from within. You're the key maker from within. You have to make the key to open up the new door from within yourself and stay there. Once you open the door, you close the door shut, and your old life is gone for good. What do you have from that old life? And a lot of the situation is that if you have so many people coming to you from your old life, and they're telling you this and that and so on and so on, and they're giving you this vibes of they want the old personality from within you, the old version is there, and you tell them, I'm not there anymore. Now you're losing your friends, now you're losing your family members, you're losing your acquaintances, and so on and so on. Why? Because you feel they're dragging you down. And they can dragging you down for so many things. They can dragging you through manipulations, through toxic behaviors. For it, they can drag you with addictions. For it, they can drag you with, oh, come on, don't tell me that you got done with the puffs. Come on, let's go have some puffs. And you're like, no, I don't want to. This lifestyle is not doesn't recognize now anymore within me. Or that could be a physical attraction addictions, sex addictions, for example, or so on, or something like that. So there could be a lot of the things. But when you are within this energies for the journey itself, it will show you what the things are in there. They're going to show you with the actions from within. The actions, they can't go so high and all of a sudden just drops down out of the middle of nowhere. And that's what a lot of the people are right now. They study social behaviors, they study this personality disorders, and so on, because that's what comes out. The main reasons for this. This is like you always wanted to be happy from within your soul, but your personality, your situations from within you, your old self from within you doesn't allows you to be on that higher state. And now the person that is in a higher state together within you, within the soul connection, you actually tracks them down. You getting them down for if you have these behaviors from within you. There's been a lot of studies that have been done. And I want to say thanks to Nick. We discussed all the things for it. And uh, you need to understand that a lot of you come in with the pain within this. They drag me down. They drag me with the situations, and they drag me with for all this. I can be, I can you, and so on and so on for it. So, Selma, Samantha, hey Dio, how are you feeling? I feel very intense at the moment. I feel a lot of. I spoke with someone today. She was from England, and then I talked to somebody else in Canada. They confirmed those intense energies, but trying to calm down with all this. For I feel this inner pressure of the masculine energies that you need to understand from. Personally, I'm keeping up myself within. I'm feeling okay, a little bit under pressure, Salma, Samantha, but trying to work these energies out, trying to understand what this comes on. And I'll probably will understand. The numbers are being crazy within me. I feel so much pressure, so much pressure. The middle wing numbers, which is there 78, 87, or 1771, or 35, 53. I mean, at some point, I even stopped looking at it. And I'm on the traffic light, and the car in front of me is 76, 67. And I'm like, come on, I got to turn my head around. I literally put my head over there, and the number right there is a 1661. And I'm, come on, God, what are you trying to tell me with all this? It is a so much, so much. And it's heavy. It's coming like so much positivity, but so much negative at the same time. And it's hard to process with all these energies. It's hard to understand all this. It's hard to balance for it. Kind of like the balance is there, but in the 1 second you have it, and the next second you don't. Very, very, very intense energies, and never been felt like this. Also, the last night there was a lot of again energy, like the dark night of the soul is around. Maybe because of this energy that's coming up in the next month. We talk about it. It has a lot of effects on me. Don't know. I spoke with some of the situation. I spoke with some of the things. Some of the healers. They're actually in the same way. Some of the warnings came out about it. And let me tell you, right now it's like somebody's stirring the pot. Okay, it's just mixing everything, and we'll see what's going to come out with. Like somebody's trying to make a soup and put everything that they have inside of it, and now let's see what kind of soup's going to come out. That's how it feels like it is very weird for it. But Samantha, thank you for asking, because yeah, people have to know the truth, and if they feel something, they gotta know more about it. And thank you, thank you for everything. I didn't realize that it's possible to awaken and the other person is not. Yes, it is, because some of the people, they can be halfway awakened. They haven't really make the total choice to be next to you. That's what the separation is. Are they going to make the choice? The choice to choose the divine path, or they're going to be go back into the material world. And that's what happens to some of the people within the spiritual realms, with the spiritual community, with the soul connections, divine partnerships, twin flames, and so on. It is that we getting into our relationships with the people who we think they are awakened. They only awaken to the energy, but really to be, they know things, they understand things, they may write things, they may understand, have a hidden knowledge, but they only crack the door open and then they shut that off. That's what unawakened person is. They're just having a little glimpse of the divine, and they get scared from the divine energies, and they shut that door off. You can understand that we are going to go through the bottoms of this in the next 2 3 years. I'm expecting this energies of choices to be made from within. But yes, even we spoke with Nick. They are showing up awakening for it, but they're not fully awakened from within. And that fully awakened, it is the issue for it. Because they are afraid that they stand on the line between awakened and unawakened. Okay, they just stare at that line to cross that path for it, and you will see that like they setting up duality from within themselves. What I mean by that duality is like they understand what you're saying, they agree with what you're saying, but inside, internally, they don't agree. Their action proves that they don't agree with these things. They don't agree with these situations, or they create a duality that later on, when the action has to be performed, they're kind of like gone. A lack of accountability, responsibility towards what they start doing for it. And when they start doing together, okay, for these situations, when they start to do it, all of a sudden that is a dream, that is an energy, that is the universe, and so on in there. All of a sudden, the non-awakened person fully begins scared, and they live in their fear. They shut that down, but they also shut down the energy from the universe. They shut down also end the relationship with you for. So, in order you to get yourself back up, you probably go into the hermit mode. You go back into your own self. Go back in these situations for it, because you're looking for someone who resonates the energies within the soul. You found that energy, but only the energy is not. You need to understand that the energy is energy. It requires something else. It is require a divine behaviors from within. And if you don't understand the divine behaviors, you don't go by this divine path, because divine these energies, then your human behaviors are kicked in. They are in charge of you, and the human behaviors, not only drugs themselves, but also drugs in the relationship, the divine counterpart from it. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you go to these situations for it, but that is about things that we are going to be working on it, because there is a lot of people who coming into this stage, but they don't cross the path for whatever reason. They don't, and they could be because of the soul connections. They could be an energies. There could be a so much damage from within all this. So yeah, 20N, thank you. How do you comment about some interpretation? The masculine is not awakened at all. He recognizes you subconsciously. He used to ignore in you feminine divine as awaken your consciousness. A lot of this divine feminine, divine masculine, lately went out did the study from with the masculine. It's more about Mars and the Sun correlations into connecting with Mercury for while the feminine energies, that is a more and talking about Chiron as well as a masculine energy from within. But we talk about this feminine energy of the moon and Venus and Lilith in there for and when the masculine begins to awaken, the masculine energies they're coming. They begin to learn the positive side. They're learning. They're obeying God before anybody else. The divine masculine, they trust the universe mostly, and they don't like mischief behaviors. Or may sound strange like to you, but when they are awakened, they understand from within. While the divine feminine awakened, they're looking at through the intuition from with. And they need to understand that intuition and authority, when they're working together, they're working together. But that authority, if it's toxic behavior, you can tell that the divine masculine is not awakened for. The divine masculine has to fight with everything inside of him that is not really awakened. Okay. So, for example, if he had so much other things as a masculine authority, he's the Arthurian, he's like, you're the wife, you're supposed to cook for me. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to wait for you to cook me. Okay. While the divine masculine understand, let me get up and let me go cook. Let me go, and I understand you've been busy and so on. So there is a lot of things that are going on between this divine feminine and masculine, but you need to understand they are both two exist in you. Because if you have the wrong assumptions what divine masculine is, and if you have the wrong assumption as what the divine feminine is, you are what they called a distort personality, distort energy from within. For example, if you didn't learn the proper feminine energy, you're like, I will leave all the responsibility to the masculine person. He's supposed to give me money. He's supposed to take care of me. He's supposed to watch the kids. He's supposed to be after the business. All I'm going to do is like, I'm going to be cared like I'm a princess. You understand there? There is no like equal give and take. It's the same thing with distort masculine energy. That is that about, well, I'm just going to be go home. I'm not going to touch anything in the house. I've been working all day. I give the money, and I can go have my beer, and I can have a dinner, and then I can go to sleep, or I can have some things. She's supposed to does this, and this. When you hear she or he is supposed to do this and this, there is a talking about the requirements in there. But you got to look at it within the consciousness within the person. We can see sometimes with the consciousness on the person and the consciousness of the situations, but within the consciousness you find deep inside the behaviors, and the behaviors are the one that actually determine the actions. So by the actions you understand what's going on, and then you can go ahead and help the person. Communication is the key to help the person, but if the person talk to you and you, for example, if you go ahead and tell some distort feminine energy something about that it's truth, and they get angry at you and they abandon you, they're like, I don't want you to tell me all this. Later on they'll realize that was the problem was within them, not within you. But it depends what the case is for it. It's the same thing with the divine masculine. They are doing some crazy stuff, and or they have a third party as a divine masculine, and you're like, what are you doing? That's what this is. But this awaken problem is going to rise up more and more, because the mirroring of consciousness, it happens, but the actions of that awakening, it's not in full. That's what the one person who receives the divine's energy, he's become full awakened. The other person maybe not. They don't realize what they did to you, for you to be a fully awakened. They don't understand that mirroring is that whatever they hide from within them as a spirituality, they actually cannot express it. They cannot do it. They only mirror it to you. Why? Because you have the same frequency in you and them. And that's how this information transfers happens. But they are not fully aware of this, because maybe for their life, or maybe their life experiences inside of them is still prevent them for being fully awakened. That is the internal fight from within. That is a later on they may be getting their awakening and so on. But yeah, It all depends on the consciousness. 20, and I totally resonate with those intense energy. Yesterday was really heavy metal. It is. And it's gonna come in more because of this shift of the retrograde, specifically now in Pluto. And today, when we had the moon and Saturn in there at Aquarius squaring the knots, I believe that's what aggravated me the most was that moon. That it's like you are not where you're supposed to be as a current karma with what you need to be able to do it, and how you're supposed to do it, and that is because something happened in the past. For the moon was transiting through Aquarius and got together with Saturn, and it was bad. I mean, it was bad. Imagine when the Venus is coming in there and match with all this. God bless our souls, I mean, that's what, yeah, it is going on. Same here every day. Maybe for Librans is a tipping scale, tipping from side to side before it finds balance and settle. For Libra right now, it's very intense because the Sun, the authority, and Venus, they have a very intense connections in there, and we're expecting Mercury to comes in. Usually those meetings together with so many planets in the one zodiac sign lately it's been in the past 2 years. I mean, the last year there were 4 planets during this time. They've been together at Libra. It was very intense energy the last year. I look at the charts. That was a Mars involved in there. And this year, though, but we are going to have this moons. The new moon comes in within Libra, and there's going to be a new moon at Scorpio, but that's going to be with surrounding with Mercury, Venus, and the Sun. And when the moon comes in and triggers all that, we're going to be going nuts for. I mean, I spoke about this November 5th situations. We are going to have little, maybe like 4 or 5 days apart, beginning November 1st till November 9th situations and so on for it. But when the North Node is in Taurus and the South Node is in Scorpio, we are going to suffering the consequences of the South Node, because the Sun, the authority and the love is there. There is going to be a lot of focus what happened in the past. Into that past, it is paying the price for it. It's going to be, but also we looking at this. This is going to be like consciousness, a worldwide dark night of the soul, sort of thing. So get ready. Things going to be for it. So, what are your best practices suggesting for managing the heavy energies? Grounding. That is the first thing. And if you get so much angry and aggravations, calm down from it and go out for a walk for it. That is the number one thing. Cold water, cold shower, help to chill these heavy energies. Imagine that the water comes down over your body. You just get that heavy energies and just wash them out. For it, especially if they're not yours. That could be a collective energies that you feel. For it, the other thing is go barefoot and so on for it, or go chill out. There is some very heavy cases when you're actually producing a high temperature from within you, high vibrations from within you. That might require you to be staying with no clothes, or if it's possible, you can go to a nude beach or something to really let it go for it. But that is in the options, basically. The other thing is calm down from within and meditate. That can help temporarily, but not worked out energy, the energy that is not worked out, it's still going to bother you from within. It's still going to come back. It's still going to be getting into these heavy energies. And the heavy energies are to tell you that something has not been done. The heavy energies are there to remind you that you took those heavy energies in your back, and now they're too heavy, and you're like wondering why they're too heavy. Look at them. Don't just try to heal yourself, but look, why are they coming, those heavy energies? I still have to process and look at it today. Why did those energies came in? There is a lot of questions I'm asking myself today. It's been a long day for it. Thank God though that I sleep okay at night, which is was pretty good. That was a balanced energies of sleep. I haven't done this in a long time, a very long time. So, Catherine, do you love the background? Yes, thank you, thank you. Uh, Samantha, my twin flame catalyst refuses to follow the divine path. He's very materialistic and idealistic. His 3D self, by his higher self, visit me, and sometimes the heart toward him. He's humble and has so much love. I have a love hate relationship. I love my TF higher self and dislike the 3D fake self. Try so hard and to be some people pleaser. Yeah, you're gonna have this simply because they are having a duality from within them. This is like accept me, but don't look the little things. Accept me, but I want to have open relationship. Accept me, but I have to be like this, and this. That's what that is. That's parts that they should not be there in the first place from within them, because they have to learn to make a one conscious decisions. Either they are with you in the divine path, or be in the 3D and do all this, or juggling all this, like yeah, I can be with you, but not now, maybe later. Yeah, I can tell you all this, but if you can't, you gotta make decisions and so on. No, it's either yes or no questions in here. And within the divine, if you're in a divine relationships, you guys know that when you have this uh, sound is breaking up. Uh, it is the sound okay right now? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Casey. Thank you for. All right. I'll maybe have to change the internet provider. See how that goes. For it, but have a contract that expire probably the end of the month, and I'll see what I can do about this, because of there's been a lot of downfalls up here. So where was I? Yeah, that's what this is. They don't leave from the 5D within the 3D world. They probably understand what this is, because from the 5D, the creations are coming, the new things are coming, the new stuff are show up, and all of a sudden the 3D hits them, and they want the 3D to be more and more, but they haven't let go of the old self, and now they're affecting you, Samantha, and that affecting on you the 3D within the 5D person who understands that love creates things, not the things creating love. And now you have this love hate situations, because you felt the love with them and you built something with them, and into the 3D, but from understanding with love. And when they come in with the things they says like yeah, build this within me and so on, and so on, and uh, for so Yeah. People pleaser. Yeah, you gotta be, within the there is a difference between the people pleaser and the people trying to get into the people to they can do things to inspire them they can do on their own. And sometimes there is a little fine line in there from within. But yeah, if he has a much love, that's gonna be a good for it. So. Sound is good here. Okay. Johnny Verga, I may have missed your response with JR Sound. Did you discuss the best practices for navigating heavy energies? Yeah, I discussed it. Um, Here again, those energies. Okay. Number one is go out for a walk. Just go out for a walk. It's going to help you. Cold water. Okay, drink the cold water, and it's like I don't need this heavy energies anymore from within me. Go take a colder shower. It helps to get this heavy energies out of within your gravitation. And doing this, you can meditate under the shower, sort of meditate. But you're telling yourself, I need these heavy energies to come down out of my body. And with the water, they can go back into the earth. It's kind of like a grounding. That is a one very powerful grounding, the shower, because the water, it's coming from the earth. It goes through a pipes there within the earth and pouring in your body, and it goes back into the earth. And that's what that is all the energy. Some of the cases I stated that before, you might be even that doesn't help from within this. You begin to create a heat, a very hot, heavy from the heaviness, because the heaviness, heavy energies are crushing your energy bodies from within you, and you begin to create heat. Okay, from the resistance not to be crushed from these energies, and that energy creates a lot of heat. Then maybe you should take the clothes off or go out to a nude beach or wherever, really to go on in there. Hopefully, you don't go to the cases when there is minus 30 degrees and you open the window and you try to get that heat away from your body. It's been a heavy cases, by the way. So, but very good questions for it. And now, guys, if you have some more questions, I'm ready to answer it for you. For tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the workshop. It's going to be opened with all the questions. I see that this thing's it's a little better right now for me here. Um, Probably going to do some more improvements. I'm going to be working on too. For it, you guys know, some of you already know that during my birthday, I do a workshop. And since I cannot organize workshop here, the present moment, I will do it online. I think same thing like the last 2 3 years I've been done it, and you can ask all sorts of questions related personally to you. Uh, there's gonna be a questions about anything that it's the matter of for it, and I will try to answer you about best my abilities. Johnny Varga, could you talk about the video we need with with our TF when it's separation or when together the void? Uh, that's what people don't understand. I made a video. What do you want your twin flame for? Why? For what? What is the purpose? It is a divine purpose. Because when you overcome all the issue within the relationships, you show up that you overcome, and you show the power of love within the twin flames that spreads to others. That power of love is that the energy that we are getting from the universe and we are spreading into the world. That what is the 90% the reason for it. With the divine counterparts, that is different story. Divine counterparts, they are for divine purpose. They have more divine energies, and of course, you have more energy, you have more responsibilities. That is about guiding the people from what that is a completely different story. But when the separations, the separation purpose is to figure out the problems. Okay, and a lot of the times, the figuring out the problems is a problem in itself because the one person or the other person sees only the half of the problem, and the only way they can do it is when they come together. And to that pressure of not knowing, not understanding, most of the time people get disengaged and forget about it. But if it's meant to be, guys, they're coming together and they solve the issues. About the void, we talk about, made a video about the void. Okay, the void, that is a place within you that it's empty. That is a subconscious from within you. You feel empty for it. But that is a when you get your uploads, downloads from within you, or when you actually expand your consciousness from within you, that void begins to be filled up. Is the same thing as the universe fill up the void space for it. I think they said that 75 or less of that percent of the known universe is actually void space. This is like a ground that it's ready. It doesn't have anything on it though. Okay, this is like a memory chip or hard drive that it's fully empty. It doesn't have stored information from it. Then, if you are as a computer, or that is a thumb drive that you have, or USB drive that you have within your hands that it's got nothing on it. You have to plug it into the computer. You have to plug it into the system, and that's what the twin flames does. Because right now here in the false world, we have a lot of avoidance, void space, void people, void souls from within that they're not awakened, they're not aware of the actual reality within the universe. That's about Johnny. So yeah. All right. So anyone else has some questions here, guys? By the way, I want to say thank you for the energy that's sending to me, and all this heaviness. I picked up heaviness from other people within me, and now I have to go ahead and transmute it but it is what it is. That's what the situation is. So if you guys don't have any more questions, we are going to close this session out, and I'm going to be setting up from right now for tomorrow. I'm going to set it up this workshop. I'm going to post it on the Facebook. I'm going to be sharing it within the YouTube, so you guys will know when it's going to be, so you can prepare yourself for everything. All right, guys. So thank you for coming in. I appreciate the inner peace. I appreciate this beautiful questions, guys, for it. But you need to understand behavior. It is the one that we actually have to evolve the most. If you would behave like a 3D personality with divine energies, it doesn't make any more difference than a 3D personality. But if you would behave as a divine human beings within the 3D, that is going to be what we need to change. We need to change the behaviors from within ourselves. We need to help build a better society out there with this changing of the behaviors and that's some of the people who they say they change, they're divine and so on, but they still have the 3D behavior. They drag us down for. So that's what it comes to bottom of this. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and be love, guys. Just be love. Thank you.